Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, third episode of our Manchester City FC 26 career mode. Of course, this is most certainly the final season as we try and work our way towards something, some sort of trophy, whatever we can. What's in store for today's episode then? We'll kick things off. We've got an Emirates FA Cup game against Norwich City, which we will simulate. Then it's a double header in the Europa League. We're going to go away to Fulham. We've drawn a fellow Premier League side. Away to Fulham. West Ham United at home we'll simulate. Then we'll play Fulham at home and we'll play that one. We'll see what happens in this area because we've got Spurs away, which of course we'll play. We'll probably simulate Southampton at home and play Bournemouth at home. But of course, going into those final games this season as well, the Europa League games, the next stage are going to be thrown into there. Now, I thought there was a round of 32 and a round of 16 in the Europa League. I think it was like that many years ago. But that has been changed now. And looking at the Europa League here, it actually goes straight to the round of 16. So we play Fulham, Groningen face Rapid Wien, Braga face AZ Alkmaar, Rangers Girona, Dender, we smashed in the early phases versus Roma. Strasbourg, Leipzig, which is quite a good tie for us. It gets one of those bigger sides out. Milan Gladbach gets one of those bigger sides out as well as Real Betis versus Ghent. I think really looking at this, there's only a few teams that really can challenge us for the trophy this season. Real Betis is 1, Milan is 2, Strasbourg seeing their team is 3, Roma 4, and then maybe Girona 5, but everyone else should be an easy run to the final. That being said, we've got to beat Fulham. We've got to beat the teams on the way there. Let's kick things off, though, with that Emirates FA Cup action, where we will simulate the game against Norwich City. It is round 5. Brighton have knocked out Arsenal. There's still big games being played in this one, but we're getting towards maybe the quarter-final, maybe semi-final state. Quarter-final, I think it is, of this competition. So Norwich City at home in the Emirates FA Cup, and City get a 2-0 win, a clean sheet, and we go through to the next round. Goals from our Brazilian pair in Dell and Ram Pablo. And he's straight into the Europa League action now as we take on fellow Premier League side, Fulham. Well, Fulham are a good side, I think there's no questions about that. We had a good result against them, did we maybe, in the Premier League before, in a previous episode. This is side we're going to go with. So Verbruggen in goal, Udogie, Lukeba, Diamande, and Livramento stay at right back, no Trent. Anderson, Decat, and Bellingham in midfield 3 with Ram Pablo, Semenyo, and Foden in the front 3. No Deli's on the bench with Sullivan, Kusanov, Trent, O'Reilly, Naipan, and of course Michael Noonan as well. The round of 16 Europa League action. Manchester City have never won the Europa League. We've never won this competition and intend to go all the way and win it against Thomas Frank's Fulham. First, our test today. This is Thomas Frank's Fulham side. So Kaminski on the bench with Aaron Hickey, former Brentford man, took him with him. Jim Kumok, they've got Shigo guy as well. They've got Nku, Fatawu, Rodrigo Muniz, Jeremy Doku, former City man on the bench, as well as Xavi Ruiz. So Sigurd Davidson in goal, Voss, Martin, Peters and Chevalier the back 4. Berger and Watson in midfield 2 with Josh King and Smith throwing the very narrow attacking areas. Horvat and Masuda, the exciting front line. So Udogie, who's in great form at the moment, Destiny Udogie. The cat, Semenyo. Here is Juan Pablo. And on to Bellingham. Space for Jude Bellingham. Start of this one, good save. Back to Anderson, who's scoring so many goals at the moment, blocked away. Counter possibly for City here. Anderson. Left again here, Bellingham. Bellingham on to Ram Pablo. I think he's on Pablo. He is on Ram Pablo. Pablo still squares it to Semenyo. Oh, we've done that before, that mistake. Back to Diamande. Anderson. Into the cat. Bellingham. On towards this man here. And on to Semenyo this time. Come on, this time. Semenyo! Doesn't miss. 1-0 in the Europa League. And Manchester City have the lead over Fulham here. And a goal for Antoine Semenyo. He's second in this competition. Played in behind by Ram Pablo. Gets another assist for the season. Semenyo finds that near post. Straight in Semenyo. Anderson. Bellingham. Ram Pablo. Pablo! 2-0 Manchester City's offside. Good find by Bellingham, but he's offside here, Ram Pablo. Bellingham again. Ram Pablo once more. Semenyo is in. Antoine Semenyo makes it 2. This time he doesn't miss. Double for Semenyo on the day through the middle. And City are going to take a decent lead into that second leg now, surely. Back onto Semenyo. Oh, good chance, Foden. Back through to Semenyo again here. Semenyo. Better go into Bellingham and then out to Semenyo, really. Livramento. Decat. Decat! Oh, and tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. Well, Trent on, but I don't want to bring Trent on. In by Foden. Diamande! Oh my word, finally. Ousmane Diamande finally scores from a set piece. Swung in by Phil Foden. And it's 3-0 Manchester City in this first leg here at Craven Cottage. And maybe we're going to just fly through to the quarterfinals. Rise above Watson, absolutely bullies him. And finally gets one on target. Finally, Diamande scores a header. 1-0 Manchester City. We're running inside Doku. Good ball through by Doku. And we could lose our lead here. Kusanov off the bar. The catch chases Watson. Oh, Doku again. Livermento's lost him. Kusanov across to him. Doku pulls it back to Watson. Saved by Verbruggen again. And Lekeba says here, have an assist. 3-1. Poor from Lekeba. Straight onto the boot of Josh King. Good interception by Kusanov, but Doku has changed this game here. Verbruggen gives it back to him. And it's a penalty for Fulham here. And it's Tino Liverento. And Jeremy Doku has been unbelievable since he's come on. We miss you, Doku. We miss you, Jeremy Doku. Why does he not start? Here's Horvath against Verbruggen to make it 3-2. Game on, 3-2. 3-0 up and we throw it away like that. Doku away from Anderson. Livermento on a yellow card. He's off. Tino Livermento's off here. Tino's going. He's gone. Livermento's gone. Diamande, the goal scorer, wins it back. Well played. Semenyo. Cavan. Oh, good ball to Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo, he scored 2 today. Into Dell's path. Dell with a shot. Keeper makes the save. Semenyo, brilliant. Destiny Udogie. Or it's Lekeba it is. Into Cavan. Oh, Cavan's been terrible. Crap. Terrible from Cavan. Full time of 3-2 win away at Craven Cottage, but we're in control there. And now we're not. There's relegation threat and West Ham United up next at home. We do scrape our way to a victory, a 1-0 win. Dell with a goal. We managed to keep a clean sheet. Back to the Europa League action now where we lead by 3-2 against Fulham going to the second leg. Rapid Wien, Groningen 1-1. AZ Alkmaar 1, Braga 2. Rangers 1, Girona 2. Roma 2, Dender 1. Strasbourg 0, Leipzig 1. Gladbach 2, Milan 3. And Betis 1, Genk 1. So it's all very tight ties, aren't they still? Top goal scorer in this competition, by the way, is Svedberger Besiktas with 8. I think Semenyo would be up there, but no. Our goal scorers aren't. Top in assists, Ram Pablo with 4. Well, no Livermento for this one, of course, he's suspended. Nathan the Cat keeps his role in the holding midfield role alongside Anderson and Bellingham. Semenyo goes to the left today, Ram Pablo to the bench with Dell through the middle. He's been scoring once again, Phil on the right. And Trent comes in for the suspended Livermento on the right, Udogie on the left. We're 1 goal up in this tie against Fulham in the UEFA Europa League as we meet them at the Etihad, but we should have been 3 goals up. A 2-goal cushion, 3-goal cushion thrown away by Manchester City down to 1. A red card for Livermento as City capitulated. If we do that today at the Etihad, Fulham are going through and we will be going out. Well, Fulham have to make an enforced change. One of their strikers injured, so Muniz comes in up top. Harris joins Josh King in those attacking areas in behind. Berger and Watson once again in the middle. It's the same back line, same goalkeeper, but a big surprise. This man came off the bench for Fulham and absolutely changed the game, Jeremy Doku. But once again, doesn't start. He is on the bench. I do not get that at all. After Doku's great work. It all went from there. Rodrigo Muniz spinning, twisting to equalise here. Saved by Verbruggen. A great start. Good distribution towards Semenyo. Bellingham. Semenyo. Dell. Fantastic by Dell. Here's Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo! Off the post by Antoine Semenyo. Finds the Cat in the middle. Does really well, the Cat. And a great ball towards Anderson. He goes route 1 towards Dell. Is he onside or offside? Dell, he's onside. Dell gives us a lead here. Great ball by Anderson. And Dell starts today and Dell scores. He's 3rd in the Europa League. 1-0 City. Seems to have all the time in the world there. They couldn't catch him. I'm worried that he's offside. Cat dives in. Ball through. Trent well read. Back to Verbruggen. How many times does he do this? This donkeying goal. 1-1. Oh, Bart Verbruggen. Harry scores 1-1. Oh dear. Verbruggen dinked. And Fulham are level. It's 4-4 in aggregate. Stefan Horvat scores. A doggy, Lekeba, Diamande. And Verbruggen, terrible. Semenyo. Semenyo! Saved again by the keeper. Good ball to a doggy. Cross into Foden. Back out to Trent. Trent hits one here! Oh, over the bar by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Semenyo. A doggy. Cross it across the box. It's pulled by a doggy again behind for a corner. Trent to swing this one in. Diamande in there. Dell. Back out to Trent. Cross in. Bellingham! Jude Bellingham equalises here on a ball from Trent. And we're in front 5-4 now in this one. He's first in the Europa League in 10 appearances for Jude Bellingham. Great ball in by Trent to the far post. Look at this from Jude. Bang. Right to Trent. Right to Foden. Back onto Trent. Back onto Foden. Great play here, Phil Foden. Back into Dell. Great touches by Dell. Great from Dell. Fantastic from Dell. And City are up front at 3-2 now. 6-4 in aggregate. Brilliant from Dell. Fantastic by Trent as well. What a touch by Dell. Is the second one even better. Puts in that position there. Rolls in the bottom corner. Trent Alexander-Arnold as well before that. O'Reilly again. Oh, brilliant by O'Reilly. Pokes it through to Semenyo. Semenyo blocked and deflected, and somehow the keeper makes the save there. Brilliant. Naipan. Over towards Ram Pablo. I guarantee he's going to beat the fullback for pace. Brilliant from Pablo. 7 Naipan! He should have squared it to Noonan, but he went for goal. The cat. Ram Pablo. Onside. Michael Noonan. 4-2 Manchester City. And game over. We're going through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We are going through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Across the box to Michael Noonan. Naipan has been class since he come on as well. And City make it 4-2. Seve Naipan should be playing ahead of Cavan Sullivan. He really should. And Fulham, how dare you not bring on Jeremy Doku? That's your big mistake. You're out, and we're through to the quarterfinals now. So here are the other Europa League results. So Betis knocked out by Ghent, 3-2 in aggregate. Milan knock out Gladbach, 6-4 in aggregate. Leipzig knock out Strasbourg, wow, 2-1 in aggregate. Roma go through 4 in aggregate. Out is Rangers, Girona go through 4-2. Braga knock out Alkmaar. Rapid Vienna knock out Groningen, and we knock out Fulham, 7-4 in aggregate. Interesting quarterfinals coming up. Well, changing schedule now as games have been put in place, and it's going to be an Emirates FA Cup quarter-final. We go away to St James's Park. Newcastle again are our test. And then after that, we're going to play Europa League action with the games being filled in after the international break. It'll be Rapid Vienna at home, which I think will simulate. We're going to play Spurs to end the episode. And then the next episode, we'll try and make up for any mistakes we make in the home game away from home at Rapid Vienna, I think. This is City side today, and goal starts in Stokes. It's Trent, Kusanov, Diamande and Livramento in that back four. Naipan comes in for the suspended Jude Bellingham. He's in there ahead of Sullivan. I think he should be in there ahead of Sullivan. Ryan Anderson in midfield 3. Captain Foden in the front line with Darren Ram Pablo as Antoine Semenyo drops the bench. A return to St James's Park here for Tino Livramento and FA Cup action for Manchester City. How can we do against this Newcastle side? Struggled against them before. Can we knock them out here of the Emirates FA Cup? It's the Newcastle side. Gordon, Mark Gui and Roger Fernandez. That very quick, aggressive front three. Willock in the 10th today, head of Voltamada with Guimaraes and Mesquita partnering each other. No Tonali. It's Hall, Botman, Chow and Higdalo at the back four. Apollo in goal. On the bench they've got Harrison Ashby, Ramsey, Joe White, Ribeiro, Svensson, Osula, Tonali, Tati and Bijanic. Again, no James Trafford since that move from City. He was first choice for a while. He seems to be out of the Newcastle side now. Interception by Trent there. Foden towards Dell. Quick start by us, and Foden's onside here, I think. And here's Phil Foden. Malik Chow's really across to him. And Foden pulls it back to Ram Pablo. Oh. And we're not playing well here today. And here's Anthony Gordon. A chance, and Kusanov is there. And Stokes makes the save. Just can't play the ball forward at the moment. Kusanov's lost it. Mark Gui with a chance. And Gui scores. 1-0 Newcastle United. Not at the races today. Foden. Behind to Trent. Trent across the box. The Dell, he still finds him saved. Blocked by Chow behind for a corner. Apollo makes a good save there. In by Trent. Diamande! Needs to score that. Has to score that. Anderson in there. Cristiano cuts it out. Straight back to the mere. Guimaraes, what a save by Stokes. Get back to your feet, you can't do. And it's 2-0 Newcastle in the Emirates FA Cup. Well, a chance at silverware. Wasted. Livramento, his positioning there. And the keeper makes a good save. Difficult to get back to his feet. Anderson. Getting back as well with Kusanov. Fernandez makes it 3. I don't know anymore. Anderson. Foden. Right to Trent. To Diamande. Back across the box. Anderson is there! Anderson scores 3-1. And we pull one back before half time. Elliot Anderson with the finish. Come on. Don't celebrate it. Please don't celebrate it. And Pablo just runs at him here. Oh, he keeps going around Pablo. Brilliant. Pablo in. Anderson again with a header. Oh, wide of the post by Anderson. Should score. Livramento for a second and then he heads it straight to them. And here's Fernandez, who's ridiculously quick. 4-1 game. Top bins. Kusanov and Diamande nowhere near him. Dell. Right around Pablo. So much space, but what can he do with it? Into Dell on the volley, save by Apollo. And Pablo. Into Dell. And back onto Ram Pablo. And Ram Pablo, and it's saved by Apollo again. 5-1 Newcastle. 5-1 Newcastle. What is that from Foden? Full-time 5-1. What is that from Foden? Useless. Hat-trick to Roger Fernandez, who destroyed us there. Well, makes us Rapid Wien at home in a first leg of a quarter-final UEFA Europa League. We simulate it, win 3-1. Trent with a goal, Nosser equalises, then it's Dell and Livramento with the goals before Livramento gets sent off. He'll miss the second leg, but with only a 2-goal lead, I still think we have to play, and we will play that second leg in the next episode. We're currently 14 points trailing league leaders Liverpool, 14 points, but with 2 games in hand, we can cut that down. Even so, it feels very, very unlikely, doesn't it? We can cut that down, and still, it's like 7 points or so away from league leaders Liverpool. A title race looks run. But Spurs, our next task, if we try and finish second place, at least level on points we are with Crystal Palace, but we do have those 2 games in hand. Spurs we need to beat. Spurs are having a bad season. They're down in 14th on 32 points. They're not that far away from the relegation zone, but the 3 down at the bottom look gone. I can't believe Sheffield United actually got points against us this season. This is side for Spurs today, so Verbruggen starts in goal. It's Trent, Diamande, Lekeba and Udogie the back 4. O'Reilly, captain, Bellingham and Anderson in the midfield 3. And Dell, Semenyo, McKay the front 3. Foden drops to the bench today. No Livramento, no Noonan, who are both just content with their game time at the moment. They probably feel they should be playing a little bit more. The way to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to a failing Tottenham side. Keith Andrews from a Brentford man's now in charge of this team. I don't think anything will favour this Spurs. The bench for Spurs today is Miguel Gutierrez. They've got Dest, former City man Savinho, Solanke, Phillips, Sarr, Scarlett, Kulusevski and De Kuyper. It's Maignan in goal, Great, Studer and Danzo in a back 3. Brennan Johnson, Madison, Bergvall and Xavi Simons in midfield 4. Kudus, Tell and Odegaard front 3. That is ridiculously attacking from Keith Andrews. Well done, Lekeba. Alright, Adele. Oh, what a ball through to Semenyo here. Semenyo makes it 1-0. Brilliant finish by Semenyo at the Spurs ground. 1-0 Manchester City. Dell is very, very sort of good in those link-up play situations. Semenyo straight to the penalty spot. Dell. Here's Ryan McAdoo. Xavi Simons chasing. McAdoo keeps going. It's Dell for 2. It's a big save by Mike Maignan. O'Reilly. Forward pass by O'Reilly. I'm shocked myself. And Bellingham back through to Dell. What a ball. And Dell to make it 2. 2-0 Manchester City. Great ball by Bellingham. And Dell makes it 2. His 19th of Premier League season here. Top goal scorer alongside Foden. Good ball by Bellingham. Saw Dell go through the middle. And Dell is found and Dell finishes the chance off. If Liverpool do something catastrophic, we'll be there. I don't think they will. We just might. Good save again by... What is that defending? Good save by Verbruggen. Great save by Verbruggen, and then the doggy says have another go, Matthias Tell. 2-1. We can throw away a 2-goal lead, no problem, because we can see goals are fun. It feels like Ange Postecoglou's Spurs. Bellingham wide to Semenyo. The Dell at the near post. What a save by Mike Meyer. Try to put that in the roof of the net. This team, I mean, I took on one last challenge with this team the other night. I decided that. I made that decision. We're doing one more challenge with this team. McAdoo, off he goes. One more challenge with this team. Dell has to finish that. 3-2 Manchester City. Back in front. Yeah, one more challenge with this team. We took it on, didn't we? We knew it wouldn't be easy. We knew it'd be very difficult. We took it on. It's something different. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not saying it's not obviously not over yet. The Premier League's not over yet, but with so many games to go, it is over. It is over. Oh, well done, Jude again. Dell again. Dell again. McAdoo again. 4-2 Manchester City, and McAdoo's been brilliant today. 4-2 Manchester City. His 15th appearance of the season, not many. Yeah, we know the title race is probably over, but we've given it a good go this season with what we've got. I feel like, you know, we've lost a lot of... We have, I don't feel, I know we've lost a lot of top players in this side. Dell. Well, he's on fire today, Dell. And he plays McAdoo, who's in again here. And McAdoo again has got another goal for himself. 5 by McAdoo. Brilliant. Right to a doggy. Went to Dell. He's in again here. Dell again! Oh, saved by Maignan. The far post. Header by Kudus. What a thumping header by Kudus. 5-3. What a goal by Mohamed Kudus for 5-3. Dell. Bellingham. Semenyo's off here. Antoine. Semenyo makes it 6-3. It's been a crazy game to end the episode, this one. Semenyo's been brilliant. But yeah, it's been a crazy game. A game of goals, a game of just end-to-end basketball. And that feels like the way the game has gone. I think with the way the players have developed over the seasons, you know, you've got a lot of players 90 rated nearly. And what you get is the game's just turned into like a physical... It's no longer on skill. It's just on pure, you know, who's the quickest. Semenyo scores again for 7. That is what the game has become about. Who's got the most running power? Who can athletically outdo the other one? You know, today we've done that against the back three. But in other games we get bullied ourselves against Newcastle, who are more athletic than us. But Europa League action, important Europa League action is coming up in the next one. Semenyo with a hat-trick. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe if you are new. You can see these videos extended and early. You can see exactly how this series ends. Maybe not too far away if you're part of the members club, because it comes very early compared to everyone else. And we'll see you guys next time. Please head over to the WeSD members club if you want to see these videos extended and early. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you guys next time. Ram Pablo, 2 goals today. Maybe the start of the episode, but also was pretty poor at times as well. We'll see you next time.